Hey, what's up? This is Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz. This is my weekly video blog called Bullheaded, a review of the Houston Texans news as well as a preview of the upcoming game matchups. Now, this week, we're probably not going to have that long of an episode. Reason being, it's the greatest day on earth this weekend. It's my birthday, December 2nd, Holla Black, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give y'all this news, give y'all these game updates. I'm going to be out. So, with that being said, let me just start off this week with a recap from Monday's game. Pretty much great game, 34-17 win by the Texans over the Tennessee Titans. Much needed win over a division rival that's pretty much coming into their own right now. Tennessee's been kind of popping a little bit, into this last stretch of the season to get in these playoffs. And so it's very important that, Texans came out and just, handled their business, you know what I'm saying, keep the division lead. So a couple things to note of this game, actually. Texans had over like 200 yards rushing, including that 97-yard run by Lamar Miller. So definitely our O-line, as much as we try to talk about them from time to time again about the pass protection, they're really improving on that, but they're also improving on getting the holes open for our running backs to succeed. So in that game, Miller had 162. Watson had 70 yards himself, so he was on some scramble stuff this past game. And Blue, he had him a good 40 good calm 49 yards rushing as well. So I mean, even without that 97 yards, we're looking at a good solid 100-yard rushing attack from both our running backs, and also a little bit from our quarterback as well. So I mean, definitely kudos to the O-line, kudos to the running backs. Keep up the great work. Let's get this thing going. Another thing that I'm pretty sure a lot of fans got excited about, including me, Demaryius Thomas had 2 touchdowns in this game. Now, he had 4 catches for 38 yards, and I'm not too concerned with the catches and yards on that particular thing. Reason why is because when the trade happened for him, a couple of weeks ago or whatever, last month, just about, I wrote in my other column that I try to compare like his trade to the Dallas Cowboys trade for Amari Cooper. One of the main differences that I kind of picked up a week or so later, Amari Cooper was being added as a number 1 receiver. With Demaryius Thomas, we weren't really getting a number 1 receiver. I mean, he was a number 1 receiver, but he was really coming in to kind of take on Will Fuller's spot. And so, as great as Will Fuller is, he really wasn't like the primary target. It's obviously DeAndre Hopkins that was our number 1. And so him coming in as Thomas coming in as like the number 2, he was probably going to put up number 2 receiver production. So I'm not really mad at the 4 catches, 38 yards. Very happy about the 2 touchdowns. That's points on the board, worth a lot more. So definitely wanting to see how much more we can get out of him going into the final run of the season. So, another good thing that happened within this week, blessings just keep pouring down for us for some reason. Thank you. We got the longest winning streak in the league. So the Saints lost to the Cowboys Thursday night. And they were like at 10 straight, I think. And so with their loss, Texans now have the longest winning streak in the NFL with 8 games. Continuing to make history is like the first team to go 0-3 and then win 8 straight after that. Really changed a lot over the course of as far as like the AFC South, because we were pretty much at the bottom of it. Now we're standing at the top of it. And so good job by the Texans overall, players, offense, defense, special teams, coaches, all that. You know what I'm saying? So, and also, a very great win as well, in response in the wake of, Bob McNair passing away. And so, kudos to the Texans for coming out and, just playing with some heart on Monday night. So big ups to them. Last thing I'm gonna leave off with as far as our news section. So I saw yesterday, I saw JJ Watt was questionable, listed as questionable with a knee injury. And so, to me, some people, some players they'll have like, their questionable, status thrown around just because, and then you turn around, it's a game time decision, it's, you know, halftime decision, whatever. It's really close to calling if you want to, which is what I'm trying to say. And so, with what, I think that this kind of concerns me a little bit because last year he had the season-ending knee injury, and so I kind of looked it up to kind of like re re from it re. I'm dumb on words. I'm getting older. Kind of familiarize myself like what that exact injury was, and so I looked it up. Apparently, it was like a tibia. Okay, I closed the tab. So listen, look it up yourself. It was something around the tibia and like around the knee joint area, and so that was his season-ending industry injury last season, and so him having this same knee having another knee injury. I didn't see whether or not it was the same injury or a similar injury or just complications from last year's injury. But that will kind of concern me a little bit, and I'm just one of them type of people that's like just overly cautious about certain things. So I'm trying to think like will the trainers or will the coaches kind of just be like just take precaution on their own with this and be like, well, even though we're one in the even though we're one or two games above the rest of the AFC South, in this division race, we might sit you out for this game or for that game. Because I mean, the rest of the Texans schedule it pretty much goes like this: tomorrow's Cleveland, next week is the Colts, the week after that it's the Jets. Then after that, it's the Eagles, and we finish the season off with the Jaguars. So, I mean, of course, I could probably see a scenario where he may he may sit out against the Jaguars because they're out of the playoffs. There's nothing really to play for unless we're just still kind of stuck in that whole. Unless we're still kind of like stuck in that one or two game spot for the division. But also, I think next week's game is going to be kind of important against the Colts because it's another game we can gain some ground as far as like distancing ourselves in this division race and maintaining the lead. So I think I don't think I think there's some games where he could miss as a precaution, before the season ends. But I also think that they'll probably use them until like they can be like, okay, we're pretty much safe. We're getting this division win without you. So, what I'm saying? You just go ahead and chill. But yeah, definitely, it's something that, we'll try to keep an eye on. So, with that being said, it is time to get into the bits and kibbles of it all puns intended. So, uh, so yeah, this week, Texans play Cleveland Browns. And so at the beginning of the year, you see this game on schedule and you're thinking like, okay, mark that down as a W. And even like last week, you can mark this down as pretty much a W. Cleveland Browns, last year they were what, 0-16, and so they it's just been terrible the last couple seasons, just about. And so, with that being said, this is a different Cleveland Browns team. They look a little bit more alive, a little bit more competitive than years past, and so this is not a team that you want to take lightly. They fired their head coach Hugh Jackson about week 8, if I'm not mistaken, and so since then they've been 2-1. Now, really, with that being said, they lost against after they fired him. They lost against Kansas City because I mean it's Kansas City, yeah. But the two games following, they did go on a 2-game win streak against the Atlanta Falcons and also the Cincinnati Bengals. And so, Falcons and Bengals, they're not really two lightweight teams. Even though their playoff pictures might be a little bit murky at the moment, but they're still within the playoff race numerically, and so they're still fighting every day to hold on to that spot or get in. And so, yeah, the fact that the Browns beat two competitive teams like that, it says a lot about them. It says like, they kind of got a new attitude about things. They're trying to go in a new direction now. At 4-6-1, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're not going to mark the Browns down for any playoff spots in this season. But they're still trying to play and just they're still trying to go out there and win games. So you definitely want to just keep that in mind. Texans definitely want to keep that in mind. Um, Another thing that can be done is, well, treat Baker Mayfield like a vet, which was which is an article that I saw on the Texas website this week, that they're going to treat him like a vet, and as you should. I personally, I like Baker Mayfield's confidence and what he brings to the Browns. I figure like as bad as an organization as that team is at this moment, he's somebody that he needs. You need their confidence, and you need their enthusiasm about certain things to come in and just be wanting to endure some of this bull crap. So I definitely think you treat him like a vet, because I think he's going to take veteran chances, even as a rookie quarterback. He's been pretty solid so far. Still could use some work. All the rookie quarterbacks could really use some work. So definitely don't take him lightly at all. Treat him, get after him as much as possible, rough him as you should, like a rookie. But yeah, do not treat him like a rookie. Treat him like a vet, because he's definitely going to be definitely coming for us. Um, Next thing Texas need to do, as far as like winning this game, continue to get Demarius involved in the game plan. So Hopkins, that's our number one receiver, as I mentioned a few minutes ago. It's the number one guy. He's going to get his numbers. You know what I'm saying? Watson's going to get the ball to Hopkins. What we need to work on is just continuing to get some of that production shifted over to Thomas, so we can have a little bit of a balanced out attack as far as like our passing game goes. Um, Kiki Kuti, I think, yeah, I think he should be a little. I think yeah, he was healthy last game, so he should be good to go this week. Um, so definitely get him involved as well on a lot of the speed plays and all that. But definitely, I would like to see Thomas continue to get involved in his game plan. Probably he probably won't get more than 4 catches. That's probably what it is as a number two receiver. But definitely get him some more yards, if I could say that. Um, Next thing and last thing, just start a hot hand with the running game. So I mean, we like I said, we had 200 yards rushing last week. So let's continue that up. Let's continue dominating a lot of these teams. We're gonna have 2 games coming up that's gonna be outside, so we're gonna need to rely on the running game a little bit, depending on how the wind is, especially around this time of year. So. Definitely keep the running game going. You might not get another 97-yard run, and that's okay. They come like every once in a blue moon, or once in a steel blue moon, pun intended. But definitely, definitely keep the running game going. Let's wear down this defense. They've been playing, pretty solid last couple weeks, but definitely wear them down and just, kind of keep this offense in check. Yeah, it's crazy to say, but this Cleveland offense ain't really been that hot. I think the last 2 games, like the first time they've consecutively scored over 25 points all season. So definitely want to take away that attack and knock their rhythm off as well. Just to get things going. So that's all I got for this week, man. So pretty much my 3 keys for this is: do not take this team lightly at all. Continue to get Demarius Thomas involved in the game plan, and definitely let's get this running game started, and just kind of operate from that. So with that being said, I'm Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz. Happy birthday to me. Holla black.